Hey guys, what's up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to episode 243 of Constructing Los Dangeles. And the reason why I'm laughing right now is because my character looks so funny like this, but the reason why he is standing all weird up in the sky is because I was actually taking an aerial view of the hospital, which is what we are going to be working on today. So I have made a few changes to this building since the last time you guys have seen it. I worked on it on a live stream with Mason. He was helping me out with some of the interior and stuff like that, just kind of filling in some things. And I'm gonna do some more work on the inside today because we've made some good progress, and I want to kind of keep that momentum going. So just a couple of small things I've changed on the outside, kind of just like finalize some of this stuff. I actually made like balconies here, kind of like finalize that. I actually opened up a door here from this window. That way you can kind of like access this balcony from the top floor here. I figured out the staircase finally, and that's all put in and it connects to every floor, which is really cool. So that's where the staircase is. I think that's like one of the cooler parts of the building. There's kind of like that big glass wall with the staircase. As far as the parking garage down here, just added some just stuff up here on the ceiling, just so it looks a little bit more, like a parking garage. So that's something I added. I actually was able to connect the elevator to every floor right here. So as you can see, this is the elevator shaft. It goes up to every single floor, and that's also looking pretty good. So what I want to work on today is a few things. I kind of just want to do some floor planning on the interior, and then just kind of like do some other things. So let's go on inside and get started on it. So guys, I do have a question of a day that I want to answer today. We have one of those. We'll get to that later on, but let's just get started with a little bit of building. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Constructing Los Angeles. This is episode 243. Keep in mind, guys, on episode 250, I think I'm going to do a Q&A video. So I haven't done one of those in a long time, and we've been asked about that a few times. So I thought I would deliver and give you guys a question and answer video on CLD 250 is kind of like the special theme for that video. So that's what I'm going to be doing for that episode, just to kind of let you guys know. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to grab a few blocks that I'm going to need here. I'm just kind of creating, like, just closing off some of these spaces and things like that, just so it makes a little bit more sense. What I'm thinking about doing is actually just doing, like, a lining of pillared quartz going, like, all the way up, down, and around this wall. I think that'll look pretty good, and there's actually some space for that as well, so that's cool. So something like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab some white wool. And I've been using white wool for the ceilings of this hospital. So like all these ceilings are white wool, as you can see. The floors are light gray, which is not going to stay like this. It's going to be changed. I don't want it just to be light gray. That's not really what I'm going for in this particular place. I want it to be, a bunch of different colors. But, whoop, that's the wrong block. All right, so let me go ahead and grab some light gray wool. I'm going to kind of take this up through here. Kind of closes off that little space there, but that's fine. And that kind of just, creates a little door. I just want like a little door there that it kind of closes off this area because I don't want it to be like connected perfectly. So that works out. For this space, what should I do with this? I might just leave that open for now. Could add something to it later. I might actually do this. I might take this in one block and then have that go up to the ceiling and then turn that into light gray. And then I can connect that railing off to the side of this pillared quartz, and that might work. Is it really going to matter if I change this in here? It is visible from the outside, but like barely. You know what? I think it's fine if we change it. I don't really think it's going to be that big of a deal. No one's going to notice. It'll be a secret between you guys and me, which is pretty much everybody watches this series. But still, it's fine. Okay. So like that, just to kind of close off that space, I think I'll probably extend that out a little bit so it's not just one block, so it's like three there. Makes sense, right? And then what we can do now is take this railing and grab some string and grab some gray carpet and just extend that right to the edge. So there we go, just to kind of figure out that space. Just a quick update over here. I have worked on this on recent episodes of Constructing Los Angeles, but let me show you guys a quick update. I added some staircases in, and I actually have like everything like mapped out up here. I just kind of have to like put in the divisions between each one of the walls for each one of the rooms. This is actually going to be kind of like a open thing for this window here. I think that looks really good actually. So we can keep that, and then we have staircases on both sides. So that's kind of what this is. There's going to be like a desk over here or something like that. So I really do like this place because of the windows. It's very open and you can kind of see the city, and I think it has a nice feature. So this part of the wing, like the hospitality wing of the hospital, like wherever all the patients are being held, is, it's getting there. It'll be done pretty soon, but I'm going to focus on this side for today. What I want to do is I want to actually show you guys what this staircase looks like when you're actually in here. I do think this is probably the coolest part of the hospital, the staircase. Imagine that. It just looks awesome. So let me show you guys real quick something on the front, because I have made a few changes to this. Let me fly out here, and this is actually something I'm going to be working on. I did lower the platform here by a couple of blocks, and Mason helped me with this on stream, and that was really helpful, and I appreciate him helping me for that, and you guys watching that. Really the reason I did this is so I could kind of line up the floors on each level, and that turned out to be something that was really effective. So happy with that, and it doesn't really change. I bet you if I didn't mention it, you guys probably wouldn't even have noticed that this looks different, and I bet you still don't even notice now because it's very subtle. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to grab some bunch of this stuff here, just all the new stuff, right? And I just want to kind of come in here and just start to replace some of this stuff, because all this stuff is old and we can update it. Like, this is new things we can add to the game. So we can add like the rose bushes, and we can add in lilacs and the peonies, and it's just going to add a little bit more color, and I think it'll look pretty good. So we can do that. So basically it just kind of replaced all that stuff. I'm going to leave the leaves there, because I think if I switch them to acacia, they'll be affected by the biome, and that's not going to look very good. So really what I'm going to do now is just each one of these flower beds, I'm just going to come in here and just start to, add some of the new stuff. And it's really not that new anymore. The TU31 update's been out for, a little over a month now, so not super new. But, it is still like the newest stuff relative to everything else. So we're going to be adding it all over the place, and this is not going to go away. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I'm going to be adding throughout the city, like going back with old builds and things like that. And that actually kind of ties into today's question of the day. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, guys. So today's question of the day comes from It's Topher Mania Gaming Time. And the question is, would you rather refine, update every house in Danville, historical value not a factor, that's very important, or update every house in the neighborhood district to meet standards? So he's meaning Los Angeles by that in terms of the neighborhood district. So basically, would I rather change Danville or, change Los Angeles in terms of some of the old houses? And I think the key part of this is historical value, not a factor. So, my initial response would be, if he didn't say that, would have been, well, Danville is kind of etched in time, and, I don't really want to go back and change any of those houses. But that's not a factor in this question. So, very good question. Let's go ahead and give you my answer. So, my answer right off the bat would be the second one. So I would definitely go and update the neighborhood district of Los Angeles still. And the reason why is because I personally think that Los Angeles currently is more important than Danville. As much as I just want to say, Danville's etched in time and I don't want to replace it. The thing about Los Angeles is I'm still working on it. So any improvements that I could make to the city would be worthwhile. And that includes going back to old builds and updating them so they are updated to the city texture pack. One of the main things about all those old builds in the neighborhood area of Los Angeles is that they're not built for the city texture pack. I think a majority of those houses were built for the natural or the default. And me going back and updating them for the city texture pack, which is now and permanently going to be the city texture, or the texture pack for the city, that would be much more worthwhile and beneficial than going back and replacing Danville houses, which are obviously really old at this point. So my answer would be the second half of that question, but that's a very good question, because if it wasn't for the historical value thing, I would have just said, nope, I'm not changing Danville because it's etched in time, and that's the truth. I have no intentions of changing Danville because of the fact that it is, historically significant for me at least to consider the fact that that was like the first like town/city world that I actually ever completed. So very good question. Thank you very much. It's Topher Mania. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right, and you guys know what to do. You guys can leave your question of the day in the comment section below, or shoot one to me on Twitter, and I'll go through those for next episode. But that was a great question. The questions have been pretty good lately. I've been really trying to, really try to hone in on some good questions and be a little bit more picky as to what I choose. And the questions on the last few ones that I've answered have been really, really good. So thank you guys for that. All right. So anyway, what I did was I just went around and updated these flower beds a little bit just so they're a little bit more colorful, and I think that already is a pretty good change. So now what's the next thing we have to do? And I'll tell you, it's going to be some floor planning. So let's go inside here, and let's kind of just quickly discuss each floor. So the first floor down here, luckily for me, the floor plan has already been put in. We're going to have the ER, which is like this space is like the ER waiting room, and the ER is through there. And then there's going to be like board of directors offices in here, and doctors and things like that. They'll all have their offices. And then over here is going to be the cafe, and we've discussed this several times before, so no need to really go through that again. But let's go up to the second level and start to give my 2 cents on what I'm thinking about for this floor. So let me go up here. As a matter of fact, while I'm doing this, let me just quickly add in the floors for these elevators. I'm going to be doing these out of the stone slabs. Again, one of my favorite blocks in the city texture pack, so we're going to add these in. And then, of course, the way I do elevators, again, is this like realistic? Not at all. Elevators are probably the hardest thing to build in Minecraft in terms of realism, because there's really no way to do it without some sort of mod, which we don't have access to on Xbox. And the thing is, I just tried to create the platforms, and I try to make it look like the elevator is on every floor at the same time, if that makes sense. And putting these little holes in the floor is just a way for me to fly through, essentially. So those aren't really supposed to be there. You kind of just have to pretend they're not there, but I'm sure that I'll probably just leave them even on the final builds, because obviously if you guys ever download this world when it's done, you guys are going to be want to be able to fly through as well. So probably just leave them there, even though they're not really intended to be there. But anyway, we got the levels there, and I'll probably end up just throwing some glowstone in the ceiling or something like that. I'll just do that for now. I might change the layout of it later. If I can actually find the glowstone, that would be splendid. There we go. So then, again, every level up here. So I guess we can start with this level because we're already here. I'm just going to place some glowstone down because it is a little dark. So here's how this works. I'm probably going to have like a little utility closet at the top of every elevator floor. So let me go ahead and grab some light gray wool for this floor plan. So this is going to go across, and that's going to be, again, a utility closet pretty much on every floor is going to be that space. So let's go down and put that in on every level. So again, right here. And then we're going to break that open. I'll place, again, some more glowstone. This is, all really dark in here right now. We're going to fix that later. And then let's go down one more level. I think I might have already done it on this level. Yes, I did. So, again, utility closets on every floor. And then right here, this is actually going to be the entrance to the staircase, right? So what I'm going to be doing for this is actually something I want to work on today just for a few minutes. I'm going to grab some oak wood doors, and what I want to do is I'm just going to kind of bust this open here, and I want to add glass basically going throughout this whole thing. So that's going to go up there, and I'm going to take this all the way to the wall, I think, and we're just going to put in a lining of the black wool, or not black wool, black glass here. And let's go ahead and actually switch out that wool underneath before we put it all in. So I'll probably switch this out here with just some light gray wool to match the rest of the floor. And I don't think that's going to be exposed on any other side, so I think we'll be alright. And I have to do a little bit more research as to like what a typical hospital floor looks like. Like, I don't really know what they build them out of. Is it wood? Is it like just, epoxy? Like, I don't know what it is. I have to go ahead and do another look at that. I imagine it's probably not wood, but honestly, I'm not really sure. Alright, so we can probably take this all the way to the edge here. And that'll go up like that. And then we have I just want like a glass wall on every one of these floors so you can kind of see the staircase, and you actually like know that, hey, that's a staircase. You should probably go in it if you want to get to the next level. Alright, so down there we'll leave it as the wood, but up here I think that looks good. So let's do that on each floor. Alright, so let's go ahead and just kind of punch this all open. And I think this hospital is slowly but surely coming together. This is one of the builds that I actually really wanted to work on, because I do think that the outside design of this is one of my better builds on the world. I really like the way the hospital looks on the exterior. And I was really, really trying to create something that would be really cool for it on the interior as well to kind of match that. Kind of like I did for the stadium and things like that. And that's been one of my goals, and kind of working on this hospital and trying to figure out what I want to do for that has been pretty fun. So let me go ahead and punch this open here. And this is a little bit taller, so that's fine. I think it'll go up to like, yeah, right there. I think there's a gap here, I think, between, oh no, this is the, never mind, this is the roof. Alright, that's fine. Obviously we won't put any windows up there. But that is the roof. We're going to have to figure out like how to connect that. I'll probably just put an iron door up there and just put employees only. Yeah, I forgot that I connected the staircase to the roof. But anyway, what I was saying, like, I want this hospital to look really good on the inside, too, because it looks really cool on the outside, and I kind of want it to match. So that's, like, what we're going to be working on. I think it's going to be good when it's done, though. I really do have a lot of high hopes for this place. All right, so let's see here. We're going to grab some iron door here. I'm going to place that there. And then, should I do, like, a double iron door? No. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do glass there. So like an iron door and then a little glass. Okay. And I'll just put a button above it. Oh, that's a big button. There we go. Just a button above that so we can get in like that. And then I'll just do the same thing out here. I'll just place it. I'll place it there too. So this is the roof. And obviously this would be like, you know, employees only or whatever. And there's some solar panels up here because this is a solar powered hospital. I might actually like either remove some of these because there's a lot of solar panels. Obviously we have 10 of them. That's a lot for that space. I might take 5 of these and like move them over here, so we have like 5 there, and then I might add some more on top of that. Like I want this hospital to kind of be like energy based, and that's kind of the idea. Just do like a solar power, you know what I mean? So that would be cool, and I think that's coming along pretty nicely. So we have the glass for each floor. Let's see, we have 3 floors of glass. Perfect. All right, let's come back down here and continue what we were kind of going through here. This is kind of like a discussion, you know, no more, no less than actually building, because I want to kind of just get my ideas out there for this floor plan. So there we go. We have ourselves the glass. I think it looks pretty good. This is going to be a utility room. So again, there's going to be an iron door there, and I'll do the rest of that interior later on. But that looks good. All right, so now what do we want to do over here? I want to find a way to have a hallway, right? Every hospital floor needs a hallway, so obviously it should be right next to the elevator. That would make some sense. So what I could do is I could take a lining going straight down the middle here, and then I'll have kind of like hallways breaking off from this line. So we'll just start off with this, see where this takes us, and we might have to make some adjustments to it. This might go crashing right into a window, so that could be a potential issue. Alright, so it's going to be right next to a window. Probably end up changing that. So here's what I'm going to do. This is going to be kind of like the second floor main area, right? So I can have some like sitting areas here and things like that. And then what I want to try to do is take some... Well, we're going to have the start... Well, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I might take this wall out here a few blocks. Let's see, we got 1 2 3 4 5 6, so I want to take that out to there, and then I might do something. This is going to be a wall that's going to go across, and each one of these windows is going to be a patient room, so that's what we're going to try to add here. And this can go pretty much like all the way to the edge, like right there. Alright, so now let's see. Trying to decide how I want to do this. Let's just put some glowstone in here so you guys can see a little bit better. But I want to, this space here that I've just closed off, I want to turn this into patient rooms, but I want to just make sure that I get it right, because I don't want it to be weird looking. So if we take one across right here, and then this could be a room, and then, so we would do it right here, I think. So let's say we just take this down, and we do that, maybe? That could work. Alright, so that will be one room. And then, of course, we'd have the bathroom here. So let's take this out. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, that's fine. I want a small bathroom, so maybe just like a 3-block wide bathroom, and that'll be the bathroom there. That'll be like the corner for the bed. We'll have a sitting area and stuff like that, and that'll be each one of these rooms. I'll have a door opening right there. So there's room number 1. Alright. So now room number 2 would be coming across right here, and again, these are all going to have the same dimensions. So the other wing of the hospital isn't going to be the only space where there's going to be, you know, patients, you know, available, you know, places for them to be. So, yeah, obviously, we need a lot of that for this build because it's a hospital. So we're going to have, I'm going to probably try to make like at least 50 of these rooms throughout the whole build. So that's going to be a thing, and you know, we're going to have those on every floor. So. Again, we just put in 3 of those right there. We got 1 2 3. That's good. And then this right here can just be like an extra closet. in that space because that's not big enough to add one more person. So utility closet right there. We can always throw in a random utility closet in the hospital. That's obviously important because those have a lot of those, so that's good. And then this wall right here, in case you're wondering, this is just going to be, I don't know, just kind of like a fill-in space. Might put some decorations on it, but it's really just going to be a fill-in space. Alright, so again, this will go across there. And then what I can do is I could actually take this up with this color because it's not going to be shown from the outside. So just the bathroom will have kind of like a two-tone. Okay, so there we go. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so from this side, this is kind of how that's going to look. Again, this is going to go up right here. We'll take this up. This is going to run across and then connect to there. And then what I'll probably end up doing is something like this. Just create a little corridor, put some quartz slabs below that. And like that'll be kind of like a corridor there. And then I'm going to have a wall go across here. And it's going to be the same general idea for each floor. I mean, each floor is different in terms of its shape, but like the same general idea is going to apply for like each one of these floors here. So again, this is going to go all the way up and it's going to connect all the way across through here. And I'm going to have another hallway that kind of goes out right there, right next to the elevator. So let me just kind of take a look at the next floor and see if I can kind of implement the same kind of idea. So this one's a little bit different because there's no opening here to the other wing, and that's how you kind of connect to the other wing. Let me place this door here. Alright, so let me go back down here for a second and just take another look. So the difference between the one on this floor and then the next level, okay, so we have the elevator, utility closet, staircase, and then this is the tunnel that leads down to the second wing. And then we have the hallway that leads down to some patient rooms. This is good. This is good. I think this is coming together pretty nicely. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create another hallway. So I'm going to take this up here, and I'm probably going to have this open up probably 3 blocks. I think that'll be fine. Let's see. Is this 3 blocks right here? Yeah, that's 3 blocks there. Okay, that's cool. And then this is going to go across through here. And then there's going to be another hallway on this wall. So let me take this across as well. Probably right here. And then this will go through here. This is coming together pretty nicely, I think. So there's going to be another opening there, and along this glass wall, there's going to be a hallway, right? And this hallway, I'm not really sure what this is going to connect to, but we're going to have this run down. So this middle space here between that wall and this wall is going to be more patient rooms. So we'll do that in a second. But let's just get this sorted. So this is going to go through there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to make this just like simply a hallway that, you know, allows you to access this part of the hospital. Like I'm going to put benches and seats out here and things like that, just like for fresh air here in the city. So this is really nice if you were to come out here and just kind of take a view at the skyline a little bit of the skyline. Not everything, but you know, some of the stuff. We got the Tinsel Tower and the parking garage and things like that. So anyway, let's see. So now what I'm going to do, well, I'm going to have this run across here. And I think I'm going to have something over here. I don't know what I would put over here. I might just put some desks and something like that. I'm not really sure, but we'll figure it out. So this is going to be more patient rooms. All right. So this is going to run across and connect to there. And then each one of these is going to be kind of the same idea. So I'm going to have this run across and connect to there. These are probably going to be a little bit larger than the other ones, I'd imagine. So that's fine. Let's see. This goes 1 block in, so I can actually do a quick double stack here. And that actually works because then I can make that a different color if I need to. So that works out. I'll probably end up doing a lot of double stacking throughout this build. So this will go across here. And that'll open. And then we have ourselves a bathroom that's going to go 3 blocks. And then right there. And then, of course, we have the bed. So, again, same idea throughout this whole thing. And we'll go from there. So, really, like, my next task for me to do before next episode or whenever I work on this next is going to be figuring out, like, what to do with this corner, what to do with this corner. I have some ideas, but I'll have to kind of try them out. And then over here, I'm going to have a lounge, I think. And I'm going to have some sort of, like, skylight opening thing from the cafe. So, like, the cafe is going to have a skylight that's going to go from floor to floor. And it's going to actually break open all the way to the roof. I'm going to have like a skylight that goes all the way down. So there's going to be some natural light through here, and I think that'll look really good. So that's going to be something I'm going to be adding as well. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Got some stuff done in the hospital in terms of some of the floor planning. I actually really enjoy doing floor planning in Minecraft. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. So thank you guys very much for watching. It's been Danlags again. Can't hurt to have another utility closet. Maybe we'll have like 2 utility closets, like one there and one there, just to blow your mind. And then we have some great, nice patient rooms here. This one's a lot bigger than the other one, but this is a good way to use this space. So thank you guys for watching. It's been Danlags. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys on episode 244 in a few days. Leave your question of the day submissions in the comment section, or send one to me on Twitter. I'll go through those for next time. Thank you guys for watching. Give it a like if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.